I'm Chaiya Sherman. I'm a doctor of acupuncture and oriental medicine in Edmonds, Washington.
And how long have you been in practice for?
This is my 6th year of practice. I attended Bastyr University for both my master's and my doctorate.
You're teaching there now too, right?
I have just recently started teaching at Bastyr. I'm adjunct faculty teaching first-year students, and it has been a blast. I've enjoyed it so much.
Awesome. And you also have play a role leadership-wise, don't you?
I do play a role in leadership here in Washington. I am the current president of the Washington Acupuncture and Eastern Medicine Association. So if you're listening to this, come join us.
Awesome. So what would you say you were most frustrated with before the mentorship, the six-figure speaking makeover mentorship?
So I was feeling really frustrated in my practice before I went into this six-figure mentorship makeover. The only way to really get new patients into the clinic is to market to a certain extent, right? I mean, you rely on referrals and that's amazing, but you can't rely on them solely. So you have to be able to present yourself, whether that's your 30-second elevator speech or if it's going out and doing conversations with people. Where do you go? I didn't know where to go. That's not something that you really learn in medical school. You're too busy learning medicine and the practice of it.
How were you feeling about your practice before the mentorship?
Before the mentorship, I felt like my practice was kind of small and stagnant. And it really needed a boost of energy to get things going.
Tell us a little bit about your practice.
So my practice here in Washington is right now, it's a very small multidisciplinary practice. I personally practice acupuncture and herbs. And what does that look like? So I do a lot of fertility, pain management, headaches, recently introduced cosmetic acupuncture into my practice as well. And then I recently hired a massage therapist, and now we're working with a yoga instructor and sound bath practitioner.
What drew you to be interested in speaking to educate and attract more patients?
So I happen to have a background in doing a leadership program once before, and that was full of entrepreneurs, primarily life coaches, health coaches. So I saw how people would do like panel interviews and these podcasts and different types of interview situations where they were getting their message out there. And I didn't quite understand how to make that happen, but the mentorship really helped me understand how to go after those opportunities, but also how to structure them. Was really beneficial in that it helped me organize my thoughts and have more of a consistent language to explain what I do and how that can help people that I'm speaking before.
Wonderful. And how did you feel about establishing relationships with providers for referrals before the mentorship?
I was kind of on the fence about establishing provider referrals from different practitioners. And once I did the mentorship, I had a whole toolkit behind me that could help me reach out to my local providers and start engaging with them so that I could set up those provider referral partnerships.
How do you feel the mentorships helped you?
I feel like the mentorship really helped me feeling confident about getting booked, in that I am not worried anymore about what I look like, what I sound like, what I look like on video. It doesn't matter. I have a new level of self-confidence that has come from this mentorship, that I'm now ready at any time to go and speak with local providers or on podcasts or TikToks or whatever is coming my way.
Awesome. And how about like getting those opportunities?
The mentorship has helped me feel confident with getting booked, and in that I am not hesitating to reach out to somebody and just engage them in conversation, and then not feeling like it's a personal hit if they say no.
That's huge, right? Because many times we could feel like a sense of all sorts of feelings, like rejection and all kinds of things. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We can feel all kinds of rejection feelings, but actually my experience as the president of an association where I actually do bookings for other people has given me a new understanding that it has very little to do with the person who's coming in and more so to do about timing. So it's often has nothing to do, the rejection often has nothing to do with me personally. It has very much to do with like, is my speech appropriate for whatever it is that they're doing in that moment? And if they match, that's great. And if they don't, it has nothing to do with me as a person.
I love it. That's such good advice, actually, for people to really think about in that way. So
Yeah.
awesome. And what made you pull the trigger to be a part of the mentorship?
I decided to do the mentorship after listening to Chen speak at one of our events, and her energy really pulled me in a way that I thought would be that boost of energy that my clinic really needed to get to the next level.
Making that decision to be a part of the mentorship, any hesitation?
Of course. Of course, I had hesitation before I pulled the trigger, but it really was soothed very quickly in my conversation with Chen before I signed up. And she answered all of the questions that I had about, cost benefit analysis and how long it was going to take. But I knew that that was the investment in myself that I needed to do.
What's changed for you since you've done the six-figure speaking makeover mentorship that you're excited about?
I have recently expanded my clinic. So I went from 2 rooms to 5 treatment spaces and opened up my previous reception area is now a yoga space and teaching space. And so what has shifted for me personally, I think, is I got that boost of energy that I was looking for. Once I signed up for the mentorship, it was like a whole bunch of different things cascaded into motion. And so I expanded into the space next door, going from 2 treatment rooms to 5 treatment spaces, bringing on these other practitioners. And now I have the energy to go forth and speak more, to bringing more people in. And I'm now starting to look for another acupuncturist.
Yay, super
Yeah,
exciting.
it's exciting.
How did you feel about doing talks before the mentorship?
Before the mentorship, I was very uncomfortable with giving talks. I thought everything had to be pre-prepared down to the word, and everything had to be really formal. And now I'm far more comfortable with just going for it, which is not something that I would have been comfortable before. I was able to just really think about what it is that I'm trying to relay to most people. I don't have to go to the super academic level of conversation to necessarily talk to an audience and get them interested and intrigued enough to come into the clinic and have a conversation.
What was your favorite part of the mentorship experience?
My favorite part of the mentorship experience, I think, there was so many pieces. I think one of the really helpful items for me was all of the worksheets that are provided. Chen provides so many tools to help organize your thoughts, and then working in groups. So I thought at first that I just wanted to have this one-on-one coaching situation, but actually working in groups was so much better for me because I was able to learn from everyone else in the group as they had a chance to sit in the hot seat. And sometimes it was, in fact, often I would say it was almost more beneficial to watch somebody else in the hot seat because it helped me to organize my different thoughts.
And what was it like for you to have the done for you templates and scripts?
The um, the templates and scripts that were made available were absolutely invaluable for helping me to organize my thoughts and really like step by step go through the different pieces that are necessary for organizing your thoughts based on your audience. Are you talking to a provider or are you talking to a potential client? And those worksheets they're broken down into those different categories to begin with. I found the worksheets really helpful for helping me to organize which conversations I needed to have with my different audiences.
How is this different from other business trainings that you've had in the past?
Chen's training was so different from some of the other business trainings that I've done, based on having the worksheets available to think ahead and do some homework before we walked into the meetings. And then hot seats are really beneficial, and getting to watch my partners and see what it is that they're struggling with. And maybe it was something that I hadn't even thought of that I was struggling with. And then having my own opportunity to sit and just do a little quick one-on-one and talk about what's coming up for me.
What was this experience like for you as an introvert?
So this experience as an introvert was really interesting in that I was very on the fence about getting into the hot seat at times. But the company that is in each group, I mean, we're all very similar, right? So many of us don't really want to be in the hot seat, but Chen is so friendly. So it's really easy to jump in and just have a quick casual conversation about something that you're struggling with. And all of the people that are involved in this are people who are kind of in the same healing space that you are, whether they're life coaches or diet coaches or acupuncturists or whatever their field is, they're still struggling with the same thing, which is how to get your business to increase. And that's something that goes across all the different areas of business. And I feel like the group just really came together in a safe and positive way.
So tell us a little bit more about the services that you offer. I know you mentioned the areas that you help people with and the other providers who are part of your clinic too. And what are the services that you offer and how much do you charge?
So here in Edmonds, Washington, I provide a variety of services under the Chinese medicine field. I do a lot of acupuncture, prescribing of herbs, gua sha and cupping, as well as cosmetic acupuncture, which is how to brighten your face without Botox, and keep everything looking high and bright. And my services range across the board from about $150 to $250 per session.
Are you still accepting insurance?
I do still accept insurance, and that is a different fee structure than cash prices, and based on turn. I do still cut. I do still accept some insurances, and as we move into the new year, there will be fewer insurances accepted as I move towards an all cash price practice.
So with this expanded awareness, like what are you most excited about with the vision of your practice?
The vision for my practice is a multidisciplinary practice where we're called the village, and I really believe in that whole metaphor. It takes a village to maintain the health of the area. So we have yoga and sound and massage and acupuncture, and we're really trying to create this support structure so that people are healthy from the inside out, from the mental to their digestion. And I'm really excited about how that's transpiring.
I love it. I love this. And if you knew then what you know now, what advice would you give?
First, I would say sign up for the mentorship, because it's not a waste in any way, not financially, not energetically. And I would say whatever it is, just go out there and do it.
What would you say to someone who might be on the fence?
I would say you will not regret your decision to work with Chen. I think this is such a unique way for a practitioner who is already sort of insulated in their own little practice, this mentorship and working with Chen is really a great lift to increase your practice. If it doesn't come naturally to you, this is going to make it come naturally to you in the future.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for taking the time and sharing. And super exciting that you've expanded your practice and have this beautiful vision for it. And I can't wait to see things continue to unfold for you. So congratulations.
Thank you.
And
Thank you so
thank
much
you.
for inviting me. It's been a great pleasure to work with you, and I look forward to working with you in the future.
Yeah, it's been so much fun. So, and for those of you who are listening and are at a place in where you're at a plateau in your practice, or you just feel like something's bubbling up inside you and you're capable of so much more, you'd love to help more people without having to it be like feeling hard to grow, then feel free to reach out to us and happy to see how we can help you with growing your practice faster. And go to introvertedvisionary.com, book a free chat with us. So thank you so much for joining us.